Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School Taif, Saudi Arabia. Dear students, as you know that this is Pakistan International School Taif virtual class for class 10th students, subject computer science. Today is our 8th lecture. Teacher name Imran Ahmed. Dear student, same topic about the algorithm and the flowchart. Feedback of our previous lecture, we have done the question about the algorithm which depends on the loop or series. There some kind of series is given and they will ask you must have to write an algorithm and draw a flowchart. In the previous lecture, we have write the algorithm about this series product of a number from 1 to 15, product of odd number from 1 to 15. So this was our previous lecture. Today our lecture and this is the flowchart on question number 8. Question number 8. Next question and today topic, same question, same topic. Write an algorithm to print multiplication table of a number in reverse order. Yesterday I gave you the example. Let's say you are going to making a table of 7. Table of 7 is like this: 1 multiplied by 7 is equal to 7, 2 multiplied by 7 is equal to 14, 3 multiplied by 7 is equal to 21, up to so on means we will take this table up to 10. It means that our last value will be 10 multiplied by 7 is equal to 70. But over here, the algorithm is asking in the reverse order. Reverse order means you will take the first value as 10 multiplied by 7 is equal to 70, 9 multiplied by 7 is equal to 63, up to so on, and one last value will be 1 multiplied by 7 is equal to 7. So this we are developing this kind of algorithm in a reverse order. In planning stage, first step in planning stage, input number whose table is required. Input a number whose table is required. Let's say table of 7, let's say table of 5, what you want. So we will input a number whose table is required. Next, the processing. We will initialize a variable to 10 and prints if the product with the given number. So initialize first of all last value, because last value becomes our first value now. Why? Because we are decreasing a digit by digit number. By, let's say first value is our 10, then second value not be 11. Now not an increment. Over here it should be decrement. Why? First value will be 10, then second value will be 9, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up to reverse order. So our first value is initialize a variable. We are initializing a variable to a 10 and print if the product with a given number. What? Over here, let's say we're taking the number n. N is a variable and we will assign a value. Decrement, okay, processing initialize a variable to 10 and print if product with a given number, decrement a variable by 1. So first value will be 10. Let's say if a variable having the value is 10, then its next value will be 9, then its next value will be 8. So it is called the decrement. How much decrement? Value by 1. If I say decrement by 2, then it should be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. So decrement by 1 means, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this one is called the decrement. Output, What should be the output? So output is print table of a given number in reverse order. Table of a given number in reverse. Now we will have to start our algorithm over here. First step, start. Let number n. Which table we are going to develop? Table of 7. N is equal to, I assign the value n is equal to 7. So you can also give the value 6, 5, whatever you want. So we will make the program when we will start the chapter number 4. So we will also make the same program about this algorithm, and I will show you how to make the table in reverse order and the forward position. This is over here in this algorithm, we are going to develop a table of 7. Step 2, initialize k. In the step 2, initialize k, I assign the value. It means that first value our should be 10. First value should be 10. Step 3, find the product. So this variable depends upon the product. N is the number which we are going to develop the table, and k is the value of the table last value over here, because it is the reverse order. So it's our first value over here is 10. So what it will be assigned? N having the value 7, k having value 10. So 10 multiplied by 7. So p, what will be the result of p? P is equal to now 70. P is equal to 70. In the step 4, output n. The value of n is 7. Value of k is 7. K 7 tens is equal to 70. So it should be like this one, n k p. So value of n is 7, value of k is 10, and the value of p is coming when they are multiplying each other. So value of p will be 70. Now step 5, decrement by 1. Which variable decrement by 1? First value of k is 10. When k is decreased by 1, so its value now will become 9. So check the value of k. 9 is greater than or equal to 1. Check it. Yes, 9 is greater than or equal to 1. Condition is true. Then what happened? Then go to step 3. Again comes to step 3 over here. Find the product. Watch over here. Value of n is 7. Now value of k is 9. So 9 multiplied by 7, 63. So it will display again 7, 9, and 63. Decrement by 1. Step 5, decrement by 1. So the value of k is 9. 9 minus 1, it becomes 8 now. It becomes 8 now. So check the condition. Check the value of k. 8 is greater than or equal to 1. Then go to step 3. Yes, 8 is greater than 1. Comes to the step 3. Now this process, these steps will be repeating again and again. Now last step will be like this. When the value of k is equal to 0. Watch over if 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Now check the value of the k. 0 is greater than or equal to 1. Condition becomes false. When the condition becomes false, what happened? Control comes to the else block. Control comes to else block. Else block means go to step 7. Step 7 is our last step, which is stop. So in this way, you can develop the algorithm, and if you have the programming skill, know the coding of any language, you can also make the program as well. Inshallah, we will make the program as well in the chapter number 4, same program in the loop chapter. So this one is the algorithm. Now over here, flowchart. Print multiplication table of a number in reverse order. Watch over here, same algorithm I am following with question number. This is question number 9, and same algorithm we are following. First step, our start. In the second step, we input n. So value of n we gave over there in 7. So you can write also n is equal to 7. What will be the last value or first value? So in the flow chart, they are assigned k is equal to 12. So don't be confused, k is equal to 12. So we can make also k is equal to 12 over here. So instead of 10, we can say that 12 70s are 72, 12s, 11s, 7s are like this one, reverse order. So over here, I change the value of 7, so it will be also 12. So k is equal to 12. P is what will be the processing? P is equal to n multiplied by k. N is 7. 7 multiplied by 12. I think it is 84. 12 sevens are 84. So P value is output then display. So decrement of value of K, it means that when the value of K is 12, now it over here it becomes 11. 11 is greater than or equal to 1. Condition still becomes true. Then control comes back to this position. This process will be repeating again and again, until this condition becomes true. Now when the value of K is equal to 1, what happened? 1 minus 1, 0. Now the value of K is 0. 0 is greater than 1. Condition becomes false. When the condition becomes false, so it follows that path. And the last step of our flow chart is stop. So over here, your chapter number 1 is complete. And now note your assignment and take the assignment in this. This I saw the some examples are there in chapter related to same the sequence series, like series over here. Watch over here. Series are present like this series. In the examples are there. So this series, you will make the series, write the algorithm about that series. Already you have done the few examples in the chapter, but the remaining, how many remaining? 2, 3, it's your homework. Algorithm will be your homework, and the flow chart will be your assignment. Algorithm will be your homework. I know all the algorithms are over there, and flow charts are also drawn at the following next pages. You can see. So first of all, try yourself. Don't watch the flow chart in your books. So try yourself, then cross or then check your answer according to the book. So over here, your chapter number 1 is finished. Chapter 1, we have to close this chapter. Our next chapter is, now comes to the point, real thing, programming in C. Chapter number 2, programming in C. First of all, we have to explain, give short answer to the following question. First question, define computer program. In previous chapter, we have discussed define algorithm, define flow chart. In this chapter, we are discussing define program or define computer program. Definition of algorithm, step by step. Definition of algorithm was step by step. In order to solve a particular problem is called algorithm. So focus on my wording, step by step. I use the word step by step. Now the definition of flowchart, diagrammatically representation of algorithm is called flowchart. Now what is the definition of program? In the algorithm, I use the word step by step. In program, I will use the word instruction by instruction or set of instruction in order to solve a particular problem is called program. In algorithm, we use the word step by step. Over here, we will use, in the program, we will use the word instruction by instruction in order to solve a problem is known as program. So definition, a computer program is a set of instruction. Watch over here, is set of instruction. What is instruction or what are statement? I will show you in the few coming topics. So written in programming languages. In the written in, anything you written in the programming language is known as instruction or statement. Why we write the instruction or statement in programming language? To solve a particular problem. Any problem, when we have to solve, the, we write the code, we write the instruction, then this instruction is known as a combination of instruction makes a program. And achieving a specific result. A large variety of programming languages have been developed for writing computer programs. So large variety of programming languages. I will say, give you the names of few programming languages. One is written over here, C language. One is written, which you will study in the 10th class in the current, in you can say that we have started the C language. So this is your C language. Another one, C++. This language you will study in the second year class. Visual Basic or Basic in the early, before the C language in the course, the 10th student was studying the basic language, and basic stand for beginner all purpose symbolic instruction code. So basic language, Visual Basic, C++, Java, C hash, many languages are existing, Python, very language, very number of varieties of languages are there. So this one is known as computer program. Whenever we write the instruction in any language, this instruction is known as we are writing a computer program. Next one, differentiate between syntax and semantics. What is syntax and what is semantic? These are the two types of error. These are two types of error. I will give you the example over here, not present. Anyway, let me share the examples. I have some program over here. Oh, okay. Watch over here. This is a program written in C language. Simple program. We were discussing about the syntax of and the semantic. Watch here. Don't look this one. Stay current. Just skip these things. I will explain this one when we will practically will do. When I will show you when we start the program. But currently we are discussing the program of a syntax. The syntax is the rules of any programming language is known as syntax. Now there is rule. In English language, when you have write a statement or sentence, in English language, whenever you write a sentence, at the end of sentence, what you have write? At the end of sentence, what you have write? You write full stop. So this is the grammatical, this is the grammar. You can say that at the end of each sentence, you place a full stop to represent over there your sentence is complete. Same in C language or in any other programming language, we also must follow the rules and regulations. Over here, this is the few statements, few instructions are there. Watch, at the end of each instruction, there is semicolon is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of each statement, semicolon is there. All of you are watching. I hope you are watching as well. Okay. But this is the rules of C language. This is the grammar of C language. Whenever I will not obey the grammar of C language when I was writing the program, let's say I skip this tag, semicolon. Then what happened? My program will show the error. When I will run this program, when I will execute this program, my program, this program will show the error. Where it will show the error? The compiler will says semicolon is missing, semicolon. Compiler will say semicolon is missing. Until I will not place the semicolon, your program, you cannot execute your program. So it means that we are doing the grammatical mistake. So this one is known as syntax error in our program. What is the error? Which one is the error? Syntax error. Now again I place the semicolon. Now when I will execute, now all I follow the rules and regulations to make the computer to make a C program. So now my program will be executed. I can execute my program as well. So this one is known as syntax error. Now comes to the point. What is semantic error? Semantic error is like this one. In English language, in mathematics, we can write this S is equal to N1 plus N2. This is semantically correct. This is semantically correct. But if I write like this one, can I write this one? On the left side of equal side, there should be one variable. So this one semantical, although syntax is correct, I follow the rules of C language, but semantically, this statement is incorrect. So watch over here. I cannot place the I cannot place equal sign always. Keep in mind, on the left side of equal sign, there should be a single variable. On the right side, there should be an expression or anything or value. Watch over here, n1. On the left side of equal sign, there is only single variable n1. On the left side of, so I can also place 8.4 plus 3.7 like this one. So syntax, according to syntax, this statement is correct, but according to semantically, this statement is incorrect. So I can say that until I will not change the program, my program will be not executed. So it was S is equal to, now syntax is correct. Also semantic is also correct one. So this one is known as syntax error and semantic error. We were discussing. Okay. Syntax refers to the rules. Watch over here. The definition of syntax refers to the rules of programming language according to which the statement of a program are written. I showed you the example. Syntax of programming language is similar to the grammar of natural languages like English, Urdu. I give you the also example of the natural language English. Which was, you can say that at the end of each sentence, there should be a full stop. So this one is the natural language English. For example, variable is equal to expression. Watch over here on the equal sign, there is a single variable, and on the right side, there is expression. Expression should be A is equal to length into width. So at the end of expression, at the end of instruction, I write semicolon over there. I write semicolon over there. So this one obeys the rule of C language. So according to semantically, this statement is correct. This is not a complete program. This is just simple statement. Now semantic, what is the semantic? Semantic gives meaning to the statement of a programming language. For example, in the assignment statement, sum is equal to A plus B. The semantic of statement is perform the expression that is add. So it means that this instruction is used to addition of two numbers. Let's A plus B. So semantically, this one is also a correct. I hope you understand today's topic. Inshallah, tomorrow we will explain the further topics. Till take care of yourself. Pray for me. Pray for all Muslim. Allah Hafiz.